Ladies and gentlemen, I once again welcome you to another amusing and enlightening edition of Sports for Less Daily Update. A player born in Netherlands but raised in England has declared his readiness to play for the Super Eagles of Nigeria, and I'll be talking extensively from the camp of Nigeria national under 20 boys. The Flying Eagles, they've started flying in Egypt, and also from the camp of Nigeria national under 17 girls, the Flamingos, they finally arrived in Algeria. And I'll be ending my presentation from the camp of a former defender of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. He has slammed the recent performance of the Super Eagles of Nigeria during their 2026 World Cup qualification campaign. Before I proceed with the details of these stories, if you're new on this platform, you have to support the platform to grow. What you can also do to support is to subscribe to the channel. After that, hit on the post notification bell for more updates. Please don't forget to like the video and share it to other social media platforms. My name is Solomon Kwadwo Asante, your all-in nomenclature with the engineer's philosophy in sports, a Ghanaian who has declared his full support for Nigeria sports, and I've been given a Nigerian name on this platform. The name is the only one, Chuku Emeka. Please do well to leave your decent comments in the comment box for special shoutouts. Let's plunge into the intricacies of the stories, and starting with is a camp of Nigeria national under 20 boys. The Flying Eagles, they've started flying in Egypt ahead of the 2025 under 20 Total Energies AFCON tournament in Egypt. There was a friendly game against the Young Pharaohs of Egypt where they trashed them by 2-1. Goal scored by Paruba, a beautiful goal and a good pass from Bidemi Amoli. And also the second goal was being scored on a spot kick by Benjamin Precious. Just after the game, the head coach of the team, Ali Zuberu, needed to express his thoughts as to how the game went and what he has to do in order to revitalize the team system for the upcoming 2025 under 20 Total Energies AFCON in the group that he finds himself against Tunisia, Morocco, and Kenya, respectively, on the 1st, 4th, and 7th of May 2025. Let's have a look of what head coach Ali Zuberu has to say about his friendly game against the Young Pharaohs of Egypt.
I think attaching too much importance to this victory is unlike me. The match is just for evaluation. We're able to evaluate the team. We saw the negatives and we saw the positives. The positive is going to serve as motivation psychologically to the team, while the negative, we are going to work on the deficiencies we observe in the negatives. That's all. I think that is what the match meant to me.
Well, two goals, one from open play, one from set piece towards the dying minutes of the game. And of course, your team also conceded a goal. Generally, how will you describe, the performance of the team, and of course, probably one or two individuals from your boys?
I think the performance of the boys were very, very good, particularly the attitude of the ball. That has been our nightmare. We have been working on it to make sure that we create a situation where we use the ball, we play, and anytime the opponent have the ball, we don't allow them to play. That we have been practicing, and yesterday they really displayed that, and it was very, very encouraging because we denied the Egyptian access to the ball. Anytime they have the ball, we're on them. Anytime the ball, the intensity we used to get back the ball was very, very encouraging. And when we have the ball, we open it up, we play. So I think that is the most encouraging thing about the match yesterday.
All right, 2-1 victory for the Flying Eagles. And of course, two teams to play in Group B from North Africa. Now, are you satisfied with the performance of the boys? And let me just put it this way. Has yesterday's game given you the idea of how to play the other two North African countries, namely Tunisia and Morocco?
Definitely. That has given us an idea of what the Tunisians and the Moroccos look like. Even though they may not be the same, but all the same. We know they are all North Africans. And we all know them. Always want to operate from the flank. When they get to the final third, you see a lot of runs from them. All those were able to curtail against the Egyptian yesterday. And it gave us the idea of what the match against Tunisia is going to look like. So it's a very good one, playing a team that is a team from North Africa. It's not leaving us in total darkness.
Are you going to apply the same approach?
Of course, anybody that knows this team we have to measure approach to matches. We use the first one like we did yesterday. If it works, good. And if there's need for us to change the tactics while the game is on, we'll do it. But I believe the approach we had yesterday, the tactical approach we had yesterday against the Egyptian, we believe it's going to work against the Tunisian as well.
Thank you very much, Coach, for your time.
It's a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you.
And as already reported on this platform, this tournament is scheduled to take place from the 27th of this month, that is April, to the 18th of next month, May 2025. Let me move from the camp of Nigeria National Under-20 boys, the Flying Eagles, to the camp of Nigeria National Under-17 girls, the Flamingos. They are also gearing up for the second leg of the Under-17 FIFA Women's World Cup final qualification game against Algeria. They are already having 4 goals advantage because last week they were able to annihilate Algeria by 4-0. And this time around, they are going in for the second game in Blida in Algeria. And finally, I can just confirm on this platform for you is that the Flamingos of Nigeria have arrived in Algeria as they are stepping up their preparations for their game against Algeria. And the game will be played on Friday. I will come in with the schedules as how it is going to be done, the exact time, and also the exact venue for the game against Algeria National Under-17 girls. And just note that the tournament will be hosted by Morocco. That will mark the very first time an African country will be hosting this World Cup tournament. That is the Under-17 Women's World Cup tournament. And it's going to also be the beginning of Morocco's 5 years hosting tenure through 2029. So that is the latest coming in. And Africa will be represented by 5 countries, including the host country, Morocco. So that is it from the camp of Nigeria Flamingos. And we hope to give you all the latest details and highlights from their game against Algeria National Under-17 girls. So just keep it logged on this platform. And let me proceed from the camp of Nigeria Super Eagles. A former defender of the Super Eagles of Nigeria has slammed the recent performances of the Super Eagles boys, where he sharply criticized the poor performance of the team during the 2026 World Cup qualification campaign. He said the team needs urgent change in mentality and also physicality so that they can proceed with the best decision for themselves in order to maybe secure a qualification for the 2026 World Cup tournament in the United States of America, Canada, and Mexico. He had a lengthy interview on Brilla FM. Let's have a glance of the excerpt of some of the words that he said on Brilla FM concerning the poor performances recently for the Super Eagles of Nigeria boys. These were the exact words of the former defender of the Super Eagles of Nigeria, Eric Ejiofor. He started by saying, "Our problem is that we fail to plan, and that is why we are in this mess. Football has changed, and every other African nation is pushing to qualify for the World Cup. We play as if we don't fully grasp the importance of being at the World Cup." He ended by saying, "We need to come together as a team and approach each game with seriousness. The focus must be on winning and not on trying to play beautiful football." These are the exact words of the former defender of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. He is calling for urgent change in planning and also physicality in terms of how the team will be approaching their various matches in the 2026 World Cup qualifiers. He means the team has to have that mentality that at least every African country has started developing its ambitions towards qualifying for the 2026 World Cup tournament. Not even only the 2026 World Cup tournament, but other major events in the world. So they also have to go in with that mentality and plan that they can also do something better for the Super Eagles of Nigeria by entering into the game with that seriousness. Let me move from the camp of Eric Ejiofor to the camp of a player who was born in Netherlands but raised in England. Through his Nigerian parents, he can represent the Super Eagles of Nigeria. His name is Osazi Urugide. He has declared his readiness for the Super Eagles of Nigeria, and he's a player who was born on the 4th of July 2000. Currently, he is 24 years. He will be 25 years on the 4th of July 2025. He is a versatile defender. He plays as a center back, as a right back and also as a left back. Currently, he plays his club football for FC Dallas in the Major League Soccer. We used to know him during the days, that is during 2019, where he earned his debut call-up to play for Nigeria's Olympic qualifying game against Libya, but he didn't get the time to feature for the Olympic team of Nigeria due to injury. And you all remember that coach, Imama Amapagabu. I really love that coach. His name is quite tedious to pronounce. And from what he is saying, he is ready to represent his fatherland, that is Nigeria. No other national team than the Super Eagles of Nigeria. He is a player who is having that strength and he's been noted for his defensive versatility, as I've already mentioned, as a center back, a left back, and also as a right back. He's also known for his defensive prowess and awareness, and also in positioning on the field of play, and is a great asset for his club currently, that is Dallas FC in the Major League Soccer. And he also be a great asset for the Super Eagles of Nigeria, looking at the current defenders of the Super Eagles, who most of them are in their twilight career. And that is it from the camp of Osazi Urugide. And when we look at a brief story, let's look at a background checks and how he feels and the performances so far and his football journey, so as to be a good fit for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. He started his club football from AFC Wimbledon before moving to Sheffield Wednesday. He moved on to Celtic to KV Ostende in Belgium, and also to Amiens Football Club in the French League 2 before joining his current club in February 2025. That is FC Dallas in the Major League Soccer. After moving from Celtic in 2023, he joined Amiens Football Club, as already mentioned, but he had a standout performance, and this standout performance in Amiens Football Club helped him end a record-breaking transfer to his club, FC Dallas in the Major League Soccer, and he is now the most expensive defensive player in his club, or his current club, FC Dallas in the Major League Soccer. And currently he has played every single minute for his club, FC Dallas in the Major League Soccer. The exact words that he has to say about declaring his readiness for the Super Eagles of Nigeria on the Punch are these. Let's have a glance on the screens. He started by saying, "I am ready to play for my fatherland, Nigeria. I have informed family members of my readiness to play for the Super Eagles. I am also using this opportunity to let the Nigerian Football Federation know that I am ready." So to the head coach of the Super Eagles of Nigeria, Eric Sekuchel, and to the Nigerian football fraternity, especially the Nigerian Football Federation, Usasi Urugide is calling on you that he is ever ready, because he has already taken the decision with his family and he's ready to represent the Super Eagles of Nigeria. I don't know, maybe the good platform to be given to him will be in the Unity Cup tournament that is about to happen in London, a game against the Black Stars of Ghana and maybe against Trinidad and Tobago, or also the Reggae Boys of Jamaica. We are yet to see and also hear from the head coach of Eric Sekuchel. But from my grievance sources, I can confirm that he will be given opportunity to some of these new players to also showcase themselves on the bigger platforms, to know that maybe when they come in for the Super Eagles of Nigeria for their 2026 World Cup qualification campaign, especially with the 4 matches left, they can put the hopes of the Super Eagles back in the 2026 World Cup tournament, helping them secure qualification to the coveted 2026 World Cup tournament in the United States of America, Canada, and Mexico. So these are the exact words from a new player who has declared his readiness from the Super Eagles of Nigeria, Usasi Urugide, who plays his club football for Dallas Football Club in the Major League Soccer. I will end here with my presentation and meet you in my subsequent updates for all the latest exclusives and authentic fillers. I was being supported by my hardworking chief editor, Emmanuel Kwame Asidu, and my amazing graphic designer, Dominic. Until you meet again on this platform, let me give you a special shout out to those who are contributing significantly to the support of this platform. And special shout out to these names, Sanelli, Vezi, I do appreciate your good works on this platform. Bro CD1, I really love your presence on this platform. That is Sports Fella. Africa. Okay, let me look at the name very well. African Moonlight Tales by Niji. I really appreciate your good work, support, and efforts on Sports Fella. Owolabi, let me pronounce the name very well. Okay, and this is to Everest Awiku. And from Everest, I'll move on to Ola. I do appreciate your good support and effort on Sports Fella. Peter Osai and Ola Fatumbi. Okay, I do appreciate. Just pardon me for the wrong pronunciations of the names. I'm not used to the pronunciation of your names in that dialect. So with all due respect, just pardon me. I know most of you are quite concerned about the pronunciations of your names. Until you meet again on this platform, it's bye for now.